Good afternoon. Welcome to our Friendship Village of Dublin community-wide memorial service. I'm Reverend Fred Arzola, chaplain at Friendship Village. It brings us great joy to have so many people here present as we honor the residents who've passed in the last 6 months. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones and please remain after the service to greet the families. To the families and friends who had a loved one pass, on behalf of Friendship Village of Dublin, please accept our deepest condolences. We hope that today's service will bring you comfort during this difficult time.
Hello, my name is Angela. I'm the Human Resources Director here. Most of you are probably wondering why in the world would they have an HR director be your speaker today, right? So I just want to take a moment to express how truly impactful it is to work at a place like Friendship Village of Dublin. We've always said that the people we hire here understand that this is more than just a job. Absolutely, it's a job, but it's a role filled with beauty, privilege, and purpose. Think about it. We get to learn a living having the opportunity to support incredible individuals and do work that truly matters. But beyond that, we get the chance to know our residents as people, to learn who they were, what they accomplished, the paths they walked, the lives they led, their stories, their contributions, experiences that enrich us in ways that go far beyond a typical workplace. What makes Friendship Village of Dublin especially unique is the care and curiosity that go both ways. Our residents take the time to get to know our associates, where they come from, their journeys, their accomplishments, their struggles. They listen, they guide, they encourage, they mentor. The mutual respect and connection is a beautiful, tangible part of everyday life here. When I was first asked to come to Friendship Village, I was working in a manufacturing environment, knew very little about senior living. I didn't know what to expect, but I did know that while I didn't care about the car parts I was working for, I deeply cared about working somewhere with a mission centered on people. I wanted to be part of an organization that truly cares for individuals, like the residents who we serve here. What I didn't anticipate, and what I still struggle to fully put into words, was how deeply our residents would care for us. I'm not sure I'll ever be able to fully describe what it means to work at Friendship Village of Dublin, but I hope this helps you understand the profound impact that your loved ones have had on those of us who are fortunate enough to work here every day.
Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Russell, and I've been a resident here for almost 5 years. And this is my first time at one of these services. So I welcome you all. And I have been asked to read a poem. I find that poetry often expresses and helps us express difficult emotions. And this one is particularly apropos because it's called Remember. We all want to be remembered, and we are here to remember those who have gone before us. This is by Christina Rossetti. Remember me when I am gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can no more hold me by the hand, nor I half turn, yet turning stay. Remember me when no more, day by day, you tell me of our future that you planned. Only remember me. You understand. It will be too late to counsel then, or prayer. Yet, if you should forget me for a while, and afterwards remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that once I had, better by far you should forget and smile that you should remember and be sad. Yeah.
Our rose ritual is a very simple ritual and a very meaningful ritual. I will say the name of each resident who has passed, and if a family member is here, please come forward. You take a rose, any rose you'd like, and just bring it right into this vase. But Carolyn here is helping me, so if a family member, often family members are not able to come because they live far away or it's just the scheduling prevents them from being here. So again, I'll say the name of the resident, and if a family member is here, please come forward. Raymond E. Ray Barker. Betty J. Bremen. Norman S. Delner. Carolyn Dietz. Susan H. Dudley. Ruth A. Foster. Christine Chris Hackman. Patricia F. Pat Henderson. Raymond Hartman. Pauline Polly Hodges. Victoria Correckless. Marion R. Keller. Joan C. Joe King. William E. Bill King. Karen S. Kozar. Carol Lee. Elwood W. Lewis. Donna L. Lipset. Margaret Meitinger. Lois B. Mills. Marlene E. Peel. Margaret P. Russell. Barbara K. Barb Sharrick. Mary Sidman. Mary Thompson. Donald Don Trottier. Eileen Watkins. Margaret Padge Wiat. Nancy L. Wells. Stella Wu. Richard Dick Wood. We have another tradition at Friendship Village where we take a moment to just offer remembrances of the residents who've passed. If you'd like to share a story, a thought about any of the residents, just raise your hand and I will just come to you.
Whenever Elwood would walk down the hall and meet me, he would always hold out his hands for me to slap him. I'm sorry. Whenever Elwood would walk down the hall and meet me in his wheelchair, he would always hold out his hands for me to slap him, and then he would hit me on the back. And then I knew Mary Sidman really well. She was a secretary at Worthing Way Middle School, where I taught. And she would always tell me how many of my kids were late to class.
Yes, I have a fond memory of Ruth Foster. She lived in independent living when we moved in, and she was always so cheerful, smiling, uplifting. And then when I had cancer, she would see me in the halls and she would say, "Oh, honey, you look so good. You look," and I knew I didn't. And she was always very upbeat, encouraging, and smiling, asking how I was all the time.
Those of us in the villas certainly honor Marion and Bill and Padge.
I was a good friend of Marion Keller's, and I've known her ever since she came over from the villas. And I met her at a dinner in the Legacy, and from that moment on, we were the best of friends. And she indeed was a good friend. She was the light at the end of a tunnel. She just had so many accomplishments behind her, and she never bragged about them, and every now and then it would just come up in conversation. For instance, she and her husband went on a bicycle tour through China. I don't think anybody here has done that. And she's had many, many life experiences. She also started the synchronized swimming, which I don't know if anybody here had seen them. Oh, and there's a member sitting over there. But she was the director of the synchronized swimming team of Friendship Village. And they all had a lot of fun, apparently. But she was truly a wonderful, wonderful person. And I'm missing her, as her family is missing her as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Don and Audrey were my neighbors when Bob and I lived here before. And wonderful people. They always had me back whenever I came to visit. But Don always made sure I had green bananas. I'd find them in my basket every day. So he kept me supplied and gave me a hard time.
I remember Norm Delner very well. He was a wonderful artist. We spent a lot of time in the art room together. In fact, I'll never forget one time my son Jim got to know Norm and really enjoyed Norm's paintings. And one time he said to me, "Hey, Mom, there's two of my favorite artists, you and Norm Delner."
I'll never forget Dick Wood, a war hero, a member of the great generation, and he met his goal of having a party on his 100th birthday. A wonderful man.
I want to remember Ruth Foster and just the support she always gave me, her love for her Savior, and her joy at going home. She was amazing.
Margaret Mettinger, I hope I've said that right, lived on my floor, first floor B-side. She wasn't here very long, but she was a lovely German lady and had some interesting stories to tell, but she would never let JC do any of the writing of them. Margaret was a wonderful knitter, and she enjoyed Friendship Village very much.
Thank you all for being here. My name is Eric Lipset. I'm the youngest of 4 boys, of Donna Lipset, my dad here. My mom and dad would have been married for 70 years as of this coming summer. Mom passed away on January 29th. Mom had this amazing ability to be present with you when you were talking to her. To truly care and listen and sit with you. And after she died, I heard from classmates of mine and friends of mine that I hadn't spoken to in probably 40 or 50 years, who told me what an impact my mom had had on them when we were growing up. So the lesson for all of us is to really truly be present and to create an impact on someone else's lives that they'll remember 30, 40, even 50 years later.
Thank you. I'm Harry Lipset. My wife was Donna Lipset. We have been here for a number of years, and she enjoyed it very much and met a lot of people here that were her friends. She was very good. We were married almost 70 years, and it was a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Thank you. I know a lot of people on this list that we've all had the privilege of taking care of, and I could talk about so many stories. I do want to say, I see Marlene Peel's daughter here. Your mom made me feel like I was her favorite, and I know we all felt that way. We all thought we were her favorite. She made us feel so good, so welcome. You had a terrific mom, and thank you so much for sharing her with us. It was a privilege.
Well, friends, this concludes our community-wide memorial service. We hope that today's service brought you some comfort during this time. Friends, please do remain to greet the family members, and thank you all for coming today.